welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Here we are, Honcast. We got Hon Tour Season 4 Cycle 6 coverage continuing to come at you. What is now game number 2, actually. We got Complexity versus BMG. Of course, Complexity up 1-0 in this series right here. So seeing if BMG can split the series or if Complexity will take that 2-0 is what's on the line here. Our first game included a Vindicator pickup, which even surprised a couple of people. Got to admit, including myself, that they are eligible now. These heroes that haven't been eligible for a while, so it would be the Keeper, the Ravener, the Forsaken, the Vindicator. They actually are eligible now. So Vindicator was picked up, and albeit not the main reason necessarily Complexity won the first game, but he had his part. So I'm going to be curious to see how heroes like that maybe start making appearances now once again. But joined by Rick Roasted once again here. We got bands and picks to talk about, so let's get into this one now. Wild Soul, Riptide, Deadlift, and Tremble band. So Complexity has made it very clear, not a fan of the Deadlift hero, and going to put a ban on it as a result. Midas into Magmus, Behemoth into Parasite, Rhapsody into Magebane is what we see here so far. So pretty conventional stuff to start here on either side once again.
I think Complexity picked what they want, and I think BMG picked what they want. I mean, there's the Magmus Parasite again, the very BMG-esque consistent heroes, and then you have the Midas and the Behemoth from the Complexity side, so kind of just the same thing, the same standard picks that you just expect both teams to have.
Yeah. We got now the fourth pick coming out for Complexity. Gladiator, Ophelia, Moraxis, Dark Lady, Prisoner, and Warbeast were the next tier of bands now, so we'll see what direction Complexity goes right here. As far as that is concerned, again, carry is going to be their option now, and knowing that they're going up against a Magebane, you know, that's something that they're going to keep in mind here. I'm sure that's going to say Dark Lady would have been a good option, but well, that's why Fusen banned that one there. So Tempest coming out, so they're going to wait till their final pick here.
So actually a hero I would like to see, and I think I've mentioned once or twice against Scout and Dark Lady in general, is the Scout pick. Or against Magebane, sorry, is to pick the Scout against it. Scout does very well against Magebane. You know, it's got a high burst against it, got the silence, the superior silence, and has the disarm. So Scout, in my opinion, is a very good anti-melee carry. So would definitely like to see it here. Don't know if we will, but like I'm an advocate of that hero too. I think against certain carries, it's definitely meant to be picked.
Thinking outside the box, how dare you? Yeah, no, it's when we had seen that against Square, the name that comes up right there, that in certain matchups, that Tremble is another one that really comes to mind. If you ever see a Tremble, honestly, a Scout is fantastic against him with that disarm. It's a very, very useful tool against it. So, and yeah, with Magebane relying on that blink, I could see how the silence also is even that much more powerful on top of that. So that would be something if Complexity maybe again thinks outside the box like that. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen here. We got the fourth pick from BMG on the other hand, Arachna coming out. Now he happens to be decent against the Scout, to be fair.
Yeah.
Spider Sting.
Might shy away from it now, but looking at this Legion team, Clanks is still on the board. And that is a hero that would combo very well with that lineup.
Yeah, this is AoE Central right here, and they got the kind of saving support in Rhapsody, so yeah, that really would be kind of a... See, I don't know, but with that Arachna especially, you already got Parasite. They have a couple of ways that are actually pretty strong against Clanks at the same time, so that's a tough spot here. Maybe Oogie?
Yeah.
Would Oogie be good here? No, Magebane.
I mean, it could be. Even against Magebane, I mean, Formless being such a confident player in that hero, he's normally pretty good against playing against heroes that do counter him like that, like South Forest does, etc. But yeah, I'd still like to see the Clanks here. Even a Parallax. Oh.
God.
Parallax released yet? Does that?
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely eligible.
He's out, right? Okay. So, yeah, I know that. Well, we don't want to be fancy here, but
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Parallax with that lineup, kind of the same deal that Clanks would be. Just big AoE presence with a Tempest and a Behemoth.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
so, I've noticed that when Complexity's been picking Silhouette lately, they pick these big team fight lineups to then pick Silhouette. So it's just not. When you pick Silhouette, you want to, you want to split push, you want to be, by yourself, and that lineup just doesn't scream, let's pick Silhouette.
Yeah, Silhouette's more of the other four kind of get ganks, throughout the map. But, yeah, no, this is definitely a team that really does scream the team. That's why I like that Oogie really came to mind. But despite even the Mage main. But, well, they like the Silhouette here, so we'll see how that works for them. Hellbringer is the final pick, and it is going to be a support. It's going to be a main support here. Hellbringer in the hands of Fusen. So they wanted to get their Malphus to work with, and I think they also just wanted another. I mean, I was going to say a way to stop Tempest, but honestly, they already had Parasite, they already had Magebane, so they already had a couple of ways to stop a shrunken head of Tempest, and well, they just even get another one now with Hellbringer. So they got a lot of ways.
Yeah, expect Tempest to be holding one target this game.
Yeah.
I would be surprised against a team like this. It's almost to the point to argue to not even maybe go a portal key this game, because it's if he channels it for longer than a split second, then he's accomplished something. So, I mean, maybe just be kind of like a team supportive, Astrolabe into, maybe in a, I don't want to say abyssal, but just team oriented items.
Like a tablet, yeah.
Yeah, a tablet. Just team oriented items. Like we used to see, like my nuts used to do. Speaking of one player, that used to go the tablet a lot on Tempest.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so we'll see if maybe what you got does kind of adapt to that or not. But I think there is actually some good reason for it for sure. But well, I have to also see now how the lanes go about right here. And so far, it seems like Silhouette is headed down here. You got Rhapsody going to be protecting, so the pseudo tri-lane at the bottom. You got Midas is going to be in the hands of Fuzzy Sloth here middle. Always a good thing to see. And then, of course, Oscar playing his Behemoth here. So, but yeah, whenever they get Midas, like to throw that on Fuzzy Sloth if they can manage. So have that here. Fusen is looking like, I don't know if he's trying to figure out where to go still, or no words on him or anything like that. So maybe he's going to help Arachna middle, actually. Okay, they're going to 2v1 Midas here in the middle lane. Looks like the plan is respecting the Midas, perhaps.
Gotta respect that Fuzzy Sloth Midas. Now, that does mean this Behe is going to be in a 1v1 against the Magebane. Blame the Americans, huh? But yeah, 1v1 against a Magebane. He didn't really go items to 1v1 a Magebane, so Oscar is going to suffer a little bit in this lane. But, I mean, he should do okay. We'll get the experience. Did rush boots, so expecting to get Striders. Then we start roaming mid a little bit as soon as Midas gets level 4.
Let's look at the other series here while we're in this pause. What is the other? So it's it is Evo Corporation. No, it's 2-0 versus Polymorph, I want to say. I think they're playing here.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be those.
And they look like
teams.
they just started game 2 as well.
Okay. Yeah, so they should be in game 2 right here. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with the earlier series with that said. I assume Evo Corporation did win the earlier match, but I do not know for certain. So actually, let me try to double check on that real quickly.
Yeah, I was looking. Gonna help you out there.
Yeah,
yes.
15-minute concede victory, it looks like. So
Yeah.
taking care of business there. So they went 2-0 against Hex. Okay. And it looks like now in this Hex series here, you have, they're in game 2. Game 1 went to 2-0. Okay. But looks like it was actually a pretty longer game there. So we'll see if they challenge better in game number 2 now coming up. All right, but yeah, Polymorph new to the Diamond Division here, defeating Mystery Gang to claim their spot here in that Diamond Division now. So joining the ranks. Yeah, what is cycle number 6? So obviously you don't have many more chances here to both make Diamond, but also claim some points and part of that prize pool here. So that's something that to keep in mind here, getting a later part of the season. So I've already seen some people kind of bringing it up, so I might as well get this out of the way too. The next patch, it is set to come out December 15th. And yeah, from my understanding, it's going to kind of be, well, players are going to have to adapt to it pretty quickly, to say the least.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it is happening in the middle of the cycle, and unfortunately, there is no kind of setup to really, not have it happen for like tournament rules or anything. It kind of just all goes in. So now I know you guys don't know like everything that's happening yet, so it's kind of hard to take in exactly what that means. But the players are going to have to adapt pretty quickly going into the playoff weekend. Actually, will be the following weekend following the patch. So yeah,
That's even worse.
the top 4 teams they're gonna have to earn that prize pool going into it. So that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting to see how that turns out.
It also means we're going to see different items. That it'll be a very drastically different playstyle in 1 week than we saw the week before. So, will definitely be interesting when that does happen.
Yeah, the timing just kind of unfortunately worked out that way right there. But Magnus actually, okay, he's going to be fine. But he was found right there, so his leeching experience plans unfortunately going to be foiled. We'll have to kind of be at a distance now. But so we did mention middle lane Midas. They're keeping him in check, or going to try at least to keep him in check. Right here, you see Hellbringer kind of going up a little bit every now and then. But, Midas also a hero that you do have to respect as far as getting a turn kill. So Hellbringer has to be a little careful about that, you would think. Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
Magnus dead?
Oh. Yeah, I think he's dead.
Yeah,
He's going to walk right into Tempest. Hello.
He's like, here, I want to give you the bloodlust.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, this is kind of the problem with Magnus. I don't think he's a great suicide. I think he's actually relatively weak at suiciding. I mean, he gets into the trees, maybe gets a little bit of experience, but it's just compared to other suicides, I think it is of the weaker, in my opinion.
Yeah, but I think it's also a bit, teams just like the hero so much, though. He just fits so well in general that, you got to fit him somewhere. And if that means running him as a suicide, then so be it. But, yeah, I think there definitely is that argument to be made of, yeah, he's not necessarily a very strong suicide. It's just he's just a good hero, though. So, kind of like Behemoth, really, where he kind of just has to fit him somewhere to just get a portal key eventually as soon as possible, and then can do a lot of work as we know. So, but yeah, Silhouette being played by Formless here, definitely more of a traditional carry for him. Again, playing the Vindicator last game, a little bit of a change up there in a winning effort, but you could kind of tell it was it's again not your typical hard carry, but Formless doing that here once again on the Silhouette Tempest. Especially with the Bloodlust kill. I mean, he's looking pretty damn good so far. He's, already got the refreshing ornament even on top of the Blood Chalice.
Yeah. He's got everything
really.
he needs.
Astrolabe going to be pretty early here, and thus grouping up and maybe making some pushes happen as a result of that. So yeah, that's going to be key, though, to see what he goes for, as we're talking about. I mean, the idea of trying to get the big ultimates this game is just going to be pretty unrealistic, so maybe more of a support game here.
One target, just get one, and hopefully it lasts longer than a split second, and that's really what would be best case scenario for him. Well, now Midas Arachna are 1v1 in the mid lane together, so this should favor Arachna because of the early start, the early lead he was given.
What do we got with the Cree farm here so far? 6-4 Midas versus Arachna's 25-14. Yeah, quite the lead that he's working off of now. So Fuzzy Sloth keeping up with levels, of course, but when it comes to actually having the items to benefit as well, it's not necessarily there. He is getting the bottle, I would believe, delivered out to him right now, but I mean, even somebody like a Midas does need to be a little worried about that level 6 Arachna. It's it'll chase you down. Even though he has a blink, he could still be, a Spider Sting catches up pretty quickly. And it'll eventually kill you if you're not careful. So, yeah, he's having to keep his distance here.
Yep.
Even not level 6 yet.
Even Behemoth's not doing very well up here. Like I said, he didn't go items to really 1v1, so Definitely going to be having some issues up here. He did pick up a hatchet, so I guess there's that. But yeah, he's just not starting the right items. Didn't realize he was going to be 1v1 against Mage Bane. Did hurt him a little bit.
On the other side of it, Mage Bane looking pretty good. 340 GPM, 31 on 10 creep farm now, keeping it going. You see every time he gets close to Behemoth, he'll auto-attack him a couple times. Not only to harass, but, well, burn that mana. Prevent him from maybe trying to eventually roam elsewhere and set something up, so yeah, it goes back to, again, this life is difficult for Oscar here somewhat, but as Oscar usually does, he's, I'm sure, going to find a way to get that portal key in about 15 minutes anyways. Just simply does it every game, it feels like.
Yep.
No different here. So what you got, though, his momentum is continuing. I think he got the Astrolabe. It's being delivered, actually. And you look at the bottom lane. I mean, they're kind of they're already somewhat pushing it up here. So wouldn't be surprised if he kind of joins them as soon as he gets it here to make a little bit of a push now. Why the Astrolabe over the Ring of Sorcery, you think? I'm guessing with the Blood Chalice.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. You kind of, what you got's kind of been an advocate of the whole Blood Chalice over the Mana Ring recently, but this is a dead Rhapsody.
Yeah, she's really dead. She's going to eventually get caught in the trees right there, and you almost wonder what is Love doing there. I mean, that is a pretty interesting spot to be. I guess they were pressuring behind the lane quite a bit, but definitely opened herself up to being killed, and we saw that right there. Now, Magnus, actually, he's going to try to deny. Uh-oh. Make, speaking of being in the wrong place, that was a whiff. So, ends up being a tower kill for Complexity, and Make showing his respect to the America. No, but Silhouette, she's loving that tower kill. 465 gold per minute now. And they're going to keep this going, actually. I guess, again, with that Astrolabe here on temp. Oh, okay, he didn't actually have it yet. I think it's being delivered now.
He might have yeah, he probably right-clicked it, and the courier was probably still going back to base. So, yeah,
there we go.
it is. Yeah, he's doing very well so far on Tempest, and has his hole, and would like to see him just use it right here. Oh, B, he got...
Oh. Wait,
he actually stunned Magnus right there. That was interesting.
That was close enough, yeah.
Yeah, just not the Q itself, but the E, the...
heavyweight there.
Heavyweight, yeah, there you go. Couldn't remember the name of it, but yeah. There is 3 heroes down here. Looks like they wanted to defend this even a little bit.
No, understandable. Secondary tower this early on in the game is pretty big to lose, so... Obviously, BMG doesn't want to give that up. Look at this. Meanwhile, Fusin trying to throw the sun on a Silhouette. Ends up coming up short, though. Silhouette just diving this. But knows that they can. Has the backup in Behemoth and Tempest. Worst case, so another kill for them. And now they're definitely going to push this tower. Magnus, oh, Make, you're living life on the edge, man. You know what happened last time.
He's flirting with death right now.
Yeah. You see Behemoth is trying to get him to stun. He finally will just fissure. But Magnus, is he actually going to go for a play here? I mean, he's by himself. Okay, Parasite is here, I guess, too. Wow, they're going to try. This is going to be something out of this. Another creep wave's here. It's 4 versus 2 right now.
And I'd have to say, this does go in favor in the Legion team here with those 4. So I don't even know
why. Oh, he tried to delete it.
Yeah. Almost. That was close.
Yeah.
Definitely, I guess, worth the effort. I mean, they didn't die for it or anything, so... I guess it was just worth the effort. But yeah, already 2 towers down and very farmed on this Silhouette already. We could be seeing an 11-minute nullstone.
Yeah. Yeah. Good attempt there from Parasite again by deleting. I mean, that trick of jumping out of the catapult as it's about to kill the tower, and thus it just removes it from the game. No gold loss or anything like that. So, but comes up short in the end. Complexity does get it, and they'll benefit. They'll reap the rewards, you could say. But, you know, while that was happening, I mean, Arachna and Mage Bane, yeah, they really are looking pretty good for their team. You see both of them around that 380 GPM mark or so. Arachna had that great start here against Midas, and that continues. He's got the Energizer. He does finish Steam Boots here. Even has a Bracer. Interesting. I guess Boxy might be going that Astrolabe as well.
I think he's done that the last couple times. He's kind of just bought the Bracer randomly.
Oh, yeah, maybe he just does it for stats, yeah.
I think he's bought... Like, the last time we watched him play it, he literally just bought it. So... yeah, I mean... He did go on Energizer, so he does have that first decent item to help him. And Midas just kind of needs to recover a little bit. Had a bad start, but Yeah, just kind of just needs to get some farm going, and Arachna can most likely kill him very soon. So
Yeah.
he also needs to be careful in this mid lane.
Arachna is level 2 with the Hardened Carapace here, so if he does take a stun, he can get himself out of it, of course, with that W here. And as we did find out as well, it does remove Sheepstick.
Yep.
So
that is the strength of that. I definitely have liked the new Arachna. I mean, not new Arachna, but newer Arachna with the new Hardened Carapace and new E as well from Precision. So definitely, kind of a boxy hero now. He's been playing it a lot.
yeah. Mage Bane top lane, he's dead. Behemoth and Midas catch him. No portal key even needed, just simply the fissure to initially stun him, and then had enough follow-up there.
Just a big bonk.
Yeah. Obviously, Shockwave was used as well, but always picking off the Mage Bane. Good sign there. Parasite, he finds Midas. Gonna throw out the face hug, but can't really chase. Try to keep him close enough for Arachna coming over, but obviously not the case. And in the end, Midas is gonna be fine. Speaking of being found, Magnus, bottom lane, gets spotted there. Buddy falls back before any jump onto him happens, so not a big deal there. Both the carries do have their sustainers, but Silhouette a little closer to his item. He's got the Blessed Orb and just around the corner now from that Nullstone, whereas Mage Bane still needs both the broadswords here to finish that Rune Cleaver.
Yeah. Silhouette getting both tower hits helped a lot to that. Oh, mid lane, there's going to be a fight here.
Yeah, Behemoth, he doesn't have a Shockwave either. He's going to go for the Fissure Stun right here. He's still doing some decent damage, but no, he is going to be taken out in the end. Arachna pops that Hardened Carapace in the background. Malphus comes down as well. Tempest Elemental went after it, but there really just wasn't anyone there. So he goes down, a double tap for Boxy, and the rest of the Complexity can't do much more about it. So, yeah, the Elemental Void, again, and the idea of, oh, Malphus has been used, I got to use it now. But, yeah, there was really no backup there, so kind of a desperate play. Didn't result in anything. And they continue, actually. They find Rhapsody. They get her killed, and now they're going to counter push this tower. So BMG, again, really turning it on here all of a sudden, as the tower kill is concluded on top of that. So, well, Mage Bane now has one of his broadswords here.
Yeah, and save the tower mid, get 3 kills. I mean, that's exactly what you want. Definitely before these cores on Legion get their portal keys on the Behemoth and the Midas. So Silhouette was farming, but I mean, good kills here by that Hellborn team. They kind of needed those, and now they're in a little bit better position here. They even have the golden experience lead now as well. So
1,200 gold lead, 2,400 experience lead here for the Hellborn side. You do see Puzzle Box picked up by Teltug, so likes the Puzzle Box this game here. Nullifier Blade for both teams, again, you could argue is something of value. Now, the Legion side, I mean, their only candidate would really be the Silhouette, and, you know, probably not going to see it on her. And then on the Hellborn side, Mage Bane and the Arachna especially, I wouldn't be surprised if she gets one to kind of deal with the Silhouette illusions. But we'll keep an eye on that, see if that's something that either team really values here. You think either team should?
yeah, I definitely would like to see Arachna pick one up. The Legion team, I would not like to see a Silhouette get it. I mean, she can, but it's just it's not an item I like to see really on her. I'd almost rather see like the Midas pick it up, or even the Tempest maybe, if you know, once he gets a couple items. It's just not a big fan of it on the Silhouette.
Yeah. Middle lane, Midas. Oh, there's the Elemental Warp, and he actually does get away. Oof. Very close right there with the Spider Sting and everything, but still not enough damage, so Midas able to tank through it, actually.
Yep.
Alive there.
A little bit closer to his portal key, which Magnus just did finish as well, so expect them to try to make some plays. They do have a Hellbringer ulti in 5 seconds, so they're going to have their ultis up for this if they choose to take a fight.
Yeah, Malphus good to go again. That support Hellbringer here. You see bottom lane. Oh, it was a real, and then it's not. So that's just how Silhouette works.
And he's out of there.
Okay, that's why I am surprised, honestly, that we just don't see Nullifier Blade as much of a priority against Silhouette because of just how annoying that alone is. Like, knowing that that item just simply gives you the answer directly right away. I just feel like as a player, like you would want that pretty much every game you face against a Silhouette, but we honestly don't see a lot. We really don't against Silhouette.
Yeah. I almost want to say a lot of teams don't prepare for it, like hero-wise, like, oh, what's a good candidate? Like, you said like the Valkyrie is a good candidate for it. But I mean, yeah, Arachna is, so maybe he just picked up the Firebrand to help a little bit, but yeah, I would like to see the Nullfire, like you just said. I think it would definitely be a good addition.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a good item on the Arachna.
There's that Rune Cleaver finished on Magebane, 15.5 minutes, so maybe a little bit later than he would have liked, but still not bad either. He's doing pretty good here, 437 gold per minute, and expect that to only start going up now. There are double stack Ancients. We'll see if he's able to triple stack. I think Hellbringer's heading over here. Now, he is seen coming over here, though, I believe, so. But, no, nothing's going to come of it.
Well, the trio of portal keys was just picked up.
Ooh. And actually,
yep,
there you go, right away. So speaking of the portal keys, they get a kill with it, at least between Midas and Behemoth right there, so that's a good start. But yeah, Tempest is the one where you're a little bit like, all right, we'll see.
It's
Serial killer.
oh, Love gets picked off. That's just a Love thing, just to run into 5 heroes and die. It's just what Love does, but so I don't question that anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has to hold practically that entire team to actually get an ulti off. I mean, everyone besides Arachna, he's actually going to get found right here.
Oh, yeah, in the jungle is Teltuk. There's the Elemental Void, and obviously he can't stop it by himself here. So, making sure to guarantee that kill on a Teltuk. I guess that will open up a little bit for what you got to be like, you know what, I'm probably not going to get big team ultimates, so any chance maybe we find 1 or 2 people, like I could just use it, knowing that this will be our best shot to at least get these kills here, so.
Yeah. That's also kind of why I'd like to see the tablet as well, though.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be walking into the other heroes, so, well, they're just going to get out of here.
Yeah, I guess they didn't like what was coming, for good reason. I mean, Malphus is ready on Hellbringer. He kind of charges in, and you see Arachna heading up here, and they still get the tower kill, though. That's good for them. So
Yeah, they all got out alive.
Managed to escape out of there, so well played. You see Parasite finishing a level 2 puzzle box now as he comes back up. But yeah, how about Behemoth too? Oscar, not only does he have the portal key, but now he even has a post haste on top of that. So, like I said, this guy just finds it somehow. He's 17.5 minutes, and now he has portal key and post haste to work with it.
Yeah.
So
A lot of these suicide players now have kind of, you think back like last year, even 2 years ago, would those suicide players be having, portal keys on their, on Behemoth at this point? Like, it's just, actually, they're going to try to kill him. Oh,
at the Ancients right here, yeah, Silhouette jumps in, but it was just too late. Dust comes out. I don't even think, okay, maybe hit Magebane, but.
It was actually Silhouette W to try to, on that tree, right on the end of the Hellborn ledge there, and it didn't put him on the ledge.
Oh.
It actually put him down, so forcing the portal key, but they get a kill anyways.
Oh, they still chasing down. God, now the 4 portal keys here on this Legion side. Yeah, that's just ridiculous. And I wouldn't be surprised if Rhapsody does get one too. Yeah.
We're gonna see 5. I mean, if he can get the farm for it, he'll gladly pick up another one. So.
But I mean, just having 4 portal keys at 18.5 minutes on a team, that's got to be so good. So good of a feeling that knowing that your mobility is that great. Silva, by the way, finds Hellbringer here and easily gets the kill. Behemoth there to assist, of course. On top of that, but man, Silhouette's just finding some hero kills here.
And Magebane might die here as well.
Oh yeah, off to the side. Did you see Parasite nearby trying to help? Magebane, though, still dropping. The protective melody, yes it is, gonna save Tempest right there. The Spider Sting, though, out, and it eventually does kill him, as it doesn't last long enough. But how about this? Behemoth ports it with the post haste. There's a stun follow-up. The Mauler explodes doing a little bit of damage, but they catch Arachna. That's the target they want, but it's not enough for the kill. Yes, it is. Staccato stuns will do her in. Behemoth is able to make the escape, but no for Parasite right there. And now it is just Magnus all of a sudden. Sitting on the steam
mana to get him. Oh,
they're going to chase, though. Misses a stun right there. I don't know if they have the mana like you said, though. Behemoth is so low. Yeah, it'd be risky
does not want to go back in. I mean, this is they're making use of their items now, and now Silhouette's kind of doing her own thing and kind of doing that 4-1 strat. 4 heroes run around together, and the Silhouette just does what he pleases.
Yeah. that goes back to the this strategy here. Again, it's on paper it seemed like more of the team fight carry might have made a little more sense, but they're making this work anyways. You know, obviously, you know, Midas and Behemoth, they are going to be good heroes for that. I feel like where it is a little awkward is the Tempest and the Rhapsody, as far as, you know, going around setting up kills, but they're accomplishing it. They really are. Now have a 5,300 gold lead. They got a 4,800 experience lead here. You see top lane Silhouette trying to kill Magebane. Does he have an illusion? Of course he does. Hey, might as well not even guess. I feel like whenever I ask that, there always is one. So.
Yeah, if you see a Silhouette that far up and he doesn't have his illusion, he's a little confused.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. If you see a Silhouette pushed up that far, just expect an illusion somewhere on the map.
Look at this Villarah here of Behemoth. He's even got a Neophyte's book now, so helping that mana pool a bit. They're going to go top lane. No, nobody's here. He was charging in as if they're going to jump somebody, but no one's actually showing themselves. Both teams are playing it very patient, so in the end, no one's going to be caught up there. Magebane instead goes to the jungle and continues to farm there. At least Boxy remains on top of his team as far as GPM goes. He's continued to have great find and farm here. Geometer's being picked up. It's still sitting on that bracer once again. The stats. Oh my God! He portal keyed before Malphus stunned it. That is just same frame material right there. It's not going to matter in the end, but it looked impressive at least.
It looked skilled. That's
skills.
what matters. We're here for looks.
Yeah.
But yeah, good find there on Oscar. Kind of confused why he's up there so far by himself, but whatever makes him happy, I guess. But yeah, definitely a good catch here by BMG. Needed to get something going. They used a couple ultis for it. Actually, just to help bring in the Parasite. So, yep, they just need to get a couple pickoffs here, and because they're definitely still in this game. There's no reason they're out of it yet. So, they definitely just need to kind of farm up, get a couple items on the Magebane here, see him finish that Geos, and maybe go into the Frostwolf. But he definitely needs a Shrunk in this game. So, we'll most likely see the Geos into the Shrunken.
Oh, is that? Okay, that's a fake Silhouette here. Magebane just blinked into it. I thought we could have seen some interaction, but just kills the illusion and goes back to farming there. Middle lane, it looks like the Legion side might be doing a little bit of a group up here, trying for something. I mean, Congor's up, obviously, but Complexity is a Legion side, so a little more difficult of a task there to do, especially this earlier on in the game. They're going to send Midas out and try to be a little sneaky with this. Now, all 5 are here now. Now, Silhouette doesn't have her illusion. I can't confirm that right now.
It is confirmed at this point. They still want to fight this, though. They should. I don't know if they saw the puzzle was used, but.
Well, now they do.
Now they do.
Yeah, I guess Malphus being down is just reason alone for Complexity to want to push right here. Try to take advantage of that. But they are getting split pushed by Arachna, and they're going to deal with that instead. So good job by BMG picking up on that. Magebane, he's looking for a chance here still. Seeing where he's going to go. He's in the middle lane currently. Going to head towards the Legion jungle instead. And continue picking up farm over here. So, I mean, but yeah, whenever you have a Silhouette versus a Magebane, no matter what the lineup is around it, you definitely feel like you're in for a bit of a longer game. It's just naturally going to be that way. Both those heroes are those split push heroes. Rhapsody, she's living a while. But she is going to die in the end.
Every game. Oh, am I going to kill a Parasite, though? Might just see the hole.
Oh, yeah, up here. Okay, I was wondering what. Okay, there we go. No Elemental Void needed. Just simply have enough damage to take him out there. And are they going to work off of this now? Looks like it. Going to go over to the secondary tower top lane.
Yep, they'll gradually trade a tier 1 for a tier 2. Magmus should not have been seen walking in here, so unless they just meteor those trees. Oh,
here we go. There's the eruption. Hits a couple. TP's coming in. Midas is low. The Elemental Void coming out. He is stopped though by Malphus. Not surprised. Magmus, the Mana Rift also on a Tempest. Actually hit Silhouette as well. It did some pretty good damage right there. So down goes Tempest. The rest, however, do get away. So considering how that fight started, I think Complexity actually came out of that not too shabby there. Could have been worse.
Yeah, definitely could have been 10 times worse. I mean, Magma's perfectly set up on them, and Really only losing Tempest there wasn't the worst case scenario, so it's definitely okay for them. They didn't even lose bottom tower, so yeah, not too bad. And Silhouette lives, and I think just got her Geobane finish, Geometers, maybe, I don't know. Because I think that's her courier flying back to base, so
Okay.
just slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, coming out here, it looks like. So, but again, the game plan of Geometer's Bane, eventually something like the Wingbow, I'm sure. Although, yeah, Wingbow is a little iffy this game, I guess, with that Arachna here in general. But
yeah, and that typically is an item you want on your Silhouette, but this also means we can be seeing a Frost Wolf instead. So still has options here, and might even see a Shrunken. I don't think so, because I don't believe he actually needs it, but oh, that is a dead Mage Man.
yes, it is. Obviously, the portal keys and the lockdown, it's something that's hard to handle here, so Mage Bane goes down. He does have Geometer's Bane now, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's now really thinking towards getting a Shrunken Head.
Yeah, he really should at this point.
Ooh.
That was interesting.
Foxy gets a no Fire Blade, by the way. So he
There it
doesn't actually
is.
get it. Okay.
All right, so they do have it. Definitely gonna stop the split pushing a little bit, especially because they took those tier 2 tower or the tower's bottom so soon. You know, it's easy for Silhouette to start split pushing the base tower. So there's a little bit of damage on it, but not too much.
Bottom tower goes down right there. Favor of the Hellborn side. I'm guessing maybe Parasite was he in the vicinity? Where the hell is Parasite? He is right here. Okay. Yeah, he is part of that. Magnus also nearby. Middle lane, though, again. Complexity going to try to make a little bit of a push right here. Silhouette, the real one, is here. She does have an illusion at the bottom lane, worst case. Oh, nice deny from Boxy. Wow, he just kind of walks up and throws out the auto attack to deny it right there, as the team was pushing out Complexity. So well played, and you do see Formless ports back to the bottom lane with the illusion. And will instead continue farm down there, but we're at that kind of a tempo of a game right now. It's a very, very cautious kind of play here on both sides. If they're pushing, they're usually pushing together. Oh yeah, that's an aggressive blink in here.
Yeah,
get away.
Tempest had Holty there. He might have died, so needs to be a little careful when he's blinking into the enemy jungle like that.
Well, he will be fine in that case, but yeah, you can't predict that every time. To be the same case as far as surviving here. Silhouette does have that Mighty Blade. Again, I'm with you. I think that Frosto Skull, it does make a lot of sense this game because of that Arachna. And yeah, like a Shrunken Head for him probably is not going to do a lot of work this game, so I don't think it would be that right here. So
yeah, just gonna trying to just look around. I mean, Tempest is gonna finish his Shrunken here, but what does it do? What is it doing to really stop anything? They still have so many superior cancels, so
yeah.
I just really would have rather seen a tablet. Just, well, there's a plus. There's a sheepstick finished on Midas.
That's good to see. Fuzzy Sloth getting that. No, but again, I'm with you on that one too. It's the Shrunken Head. In general, it's very rare to have a game where we suggest that Shrunken Head is just not that great, but this definitely is one of those. It really is not doing a lot for you, especially if you're a Tempest. Or the whole point of getting the Shrunken Head is to try to get a free ultimate off when no. They got three fairly easy stoppers. The Face Hug, the Malphus, the Mana Rift. All ways to take care of it.
There's just no way he'll ever be able to catch those heroes unless they just all their mouses die and they're just sitting in lane together. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So
Well, now that you said that, it's going to happen, by the way.
yeah,
So
they're just all going to go AFK at a tier 2 tower and a 5-man Holty, and we're going to look stupid now.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it's just the more supportive build, and it's. But yeah, Icebrand was finished on Formless, so he is going for the Frostwolf like I would like to see.
That's good. Yeah, and that's good to see. If we saw Shrunken Head on him too, then yeah, that would have really been. Oh boy, don't know what they're thinking here.
Yeah.
But no, that makes more sense.
He needs the split push this game. Their team can definitely hold off a base push, can definitely hold off tower pushes without him, so he doesn't really need to be involved in these team fights. So yeah, him just getting items that allow him to split push safer is definitely the right decision.
And you see Arachna getting a Ice Brand herself, going to be going a Frosto Skull too. Now that's an interesting item on Arachna, to say the least.
Yeah. Now that Q isn't an orb effect now, though,
Yeah.
it's not bad.
Is it like though not bad? Like, isn't it really like the same effect almost? Like, I guess I assume they stack, so it even makes the slow that much stronger. But like, I feel like if you're gonna get an attack modifier, you just get lifesteal or shield breaker. Why not shield breaker? That's something we don't see a lot.
Let me see. What do the armors look like? Yeah, it couldn't be too bad this game. If he would have gotten early, I think it'd be okay. It's just once they get to a certain armor, it's just really not worth the investment into it anymore. So, but yeah, back to the whole Frostwolf thing. It does stack, and I mean, it does just give him a solid base amount of HP.
Nope. That's the real one right now, and he splits up with the Geometry Spin right there, the Spider Sting. You see, well, it's confused. It's going for in the background. They kill it, though. So there's that. So no more Spider Sting for Arachna. She is going to be stunned right here. Has that Hardened Carapace if he needs it. He's going to use it right here as Midas went in. There's Tempest actually going in. Catches Magnus with the stun, but nobody dying just yet. A bit has been used. I guess no big ultimates, though. In fact, the Spider Sting's up in another 5 seconds. Obviously, a very short cooldown, only 30 seconds at this point. And now you do see Complexity is going to reset and pour back from here. So, again, the game of being very cautious continues. we just had a fight at the top lane that had nobody die, essentially. So
yeah, everyone just kind of ran up there together. I mean, it was just 5 heroes met up, tower was taken, and everyone ran.
yeah,
That's basically what we just saw. So yeah, it's just interesting, but Congor is being attempted here.
that it is by the Hellborn side actually, and BMG trying to make use of the Hellborn advantage right now. Now, I don't think it's going to be a free Congor kill by any means. You already see Complexity moving over here. In fact, Arachna, though, going in with the Energizer. Rhapsody caught first. Rhapsody dies immediately, but here's the counter now. Shockwave. There's the counter to the counter with Malphas. The Mana Rift on top doing some good damage. The Element of Void. He gets a full duration just about. It is eventually stopped by the phase cycle, but Silhouette's able to swap out before she goes down. Magnus does hit with the Eruption, though, and now Midas and Tempest in a bad spot. They do chase down Arachna, however, but now Tempest on the run. Off to the side, a split fight's coming out. You do see Hellbringer picked off, but now Magebane coming back in. Nope, Silhouette is going to swap out before she goes down right there. Magebane, they're trying to find this Midas. They just can't, though. Magnus got caught by the transmute, by the way, and he does go down. Wow, Magebane, though, in chase, is going to kill Midas. And finally, it will come to a conclusion, but it looks like the big picture, Bad Monkey Gaming actually wins the fight. And now they're going to go back to Congor and try to get this token here.
I would say they did win the fight, but they also bought back on both their carries there.
That's true.
So,
oh, yeah, I didn't even realize Magebane died. Okay.
yeah, they invested a lot into winning that team fight. So, I mean, did they really win it? I mean, they got the Congor, so a lot of it's going to be based on what they do with this token. If this token makes a big impact, then you could say they won that team fight. But if they just sit back and farm with this and don't get anything out of it, I mean, I would say Complexity did come out of the head on that team fight. Mm-hmm. That's 2 less buybacks they're dealing with late game on both their core heroes.
Yeah, no, I definitely saw Arachna die, but I can't say I saw the Magebane actually dying right there. Who actually killed Magebane? It looks like it was what you got.
Oh.
Look at the text. It says what you got actually got the kill.
I think Foremost did all the damage. What you got,
okay.
Chaos.
Gotcha.
Because I'm pretty sure I saw Silhouette sitting on him the whole time. So
yeah, maybe it's like the meteor or something that ticked him down, but that would make sense. Okay, so Silhouette was able to chase him down and kill him, but yeah, using those buybacks. So again, they come back, they clean up a couple kills, they do secure Congor. So yeah, really, it's hard to say who actually maybe did come out on top there. It's kind of one of the cases we'll just have to wait and see now, because now you do got that token onto Magebane. He just finished a Shrunken, I want to say. Or was that something else? I think it was a Shrunken coming out to him right here.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yes, okay. So there we go. Has that now for mobility purposes. It looks like Midas, by the way, might be going for a Resto Stone here.
Yeah.
Interesting item to see on a Midas, but when you have a Portal Key Sheepstick especially, it's even extra good.
Yeah, double sheep is going to be pretty important in this game. I mean, there's only one Shrunken head on that. that Hellborn team, and I expect it to be the only shrunken head this game. So, Silhouette is doing Silhouette things.
Yep, I just love how you can just do that with this hero, man. You can constantly keep the other team at bay. What's that?
He could have swapped in like a man and killed Hellbringer.
Oh, that would have been fun, actually. Oh, wow, yeah, Hellbringer did get low, didn't he?
Yep, almost died to the illusion by itself.
He might have died himself if he did that, though. So, probably good that he didn't.
No, you gotta make, high risk, high reward.
Yeah, or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, we'll just go with that. But yeah, I mean, better decision not to, but definitely the safe decision and definitely the appropriate one.
Yeah. You see Hellbringer going back to base here, going to regen. A Void Talisman picked up by Rhapsody. So, and we mentioned earlier how this could be a 5 portal key lineup, but it looks like Love has other things in mind. He's got the tablet now, even. He's just finished the Void Talisman, so it's not
could now get a portal key.
Meanwhile, Magnus picked off top lane. Looks like Tempest and Midas find a kill up here, so good job with that. And they're now looking throughout the Hellborn jungle to see if they can find more. You got Parasite in the middle right here. No Alk Bones or anything like that. I feel like Alk Bones for Parasite have kind of died off a little bit here lately. But actually, speaking of Parasite, he does get caught eventually. The physical damage was too much. Arachna coming out of the sheepstick right there. Using her Heart and Carapace. You see a swap out from Silhouette. Malphus is going to be used, though. Rhapsody in trouble because of that. She is going to tablet over the ledge, though, however. But she runs into Magebane. It's Staccato stunning, but that's just going to delay the inevitable right there. So double tap for Baltazar is how it actually finishes. Also got a kill on a Behemoth, it looks like. So 2-for-1 exchange there in that skirmish. But Malphus was used. And on cooldown now for a bit.
Yep, no Shockwave there as well, so... some big ultis weren't really used there. I mean, Tempest Hole wasn't used either, so... Frostwolf was finished, though, on the Silhouette. Now...
Magebane caught. Never mind.
Tree Grapple was missed on the... from Silhouette, so... Didn't get that little extra stun.
Yeah.
Not denying that tower for whatever reason.
Yeah, and then it gets killed, actually, yeah. Or... It
could get killed.
Could get killed. Wait.
Sitting at...
Oh, they canned it out. Yeah, it's 190, so...
Yeah. They're just,
Wait.
Nullstone?
Oh, Midas goes Nullstone? Really?
Yeah.
Why would he get Spider Sting?
Well, he is the primary target next to Silhouette to tank the Magebane ulti, so... I mean, it's partly that reason could be as well, along with the Spider Sting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have liked to see the resto, though. I mean, I do like the item on the hero a lot.
Yeah, I thought for sure that's what we were going to see. But, no, he does get the Nullstone, as we see right there, being actually completed. Again, it does have its purposes. There are a lot of those single-target abilities that this Hellborn team does have, from Parasite to Magebane to Arachna, as we mentioned. But Resto Stone would have been cool, too. But doesn't have that. So much for that. 3,800 gold on Tempest. Again, he's kind of an interesting one this game. I feel like he actually is just going to go that Resto Stone now and kind of just bank on having a double ultimate. So he figures, if the first one does get stopped, then he can use the second one anyways to then get it off well, perhaps. But that's going to be a pretty big investment into trying to make these Tempest Ultimates do a lot of work this game. So can keep an eye out for that, of course.
Going to be kind of interesting to see what Silhouette decides to go last item. I'm really thinking of Genjuro this game, but there's a couple... Oh, top lane.
Hellbringer dead. That Shockwave, yeah.
If you're not using the Behe ulti, you might as well go get a free kill.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like I was saying, there's a couple ways he can go. I'd like to see the Genjuro. Kind of the main item, I would say. I don't think he's going to be facing a Wingbow for a while, so I don't think a Savage is too necessary at this point. And Wingbow is such a great item on him, but an AoE Savage or the Savage Mace effect on your entire team, it's just not worth it to have to deal with that the whole game.
Yeah.
Oh, he is going to go Savage.
Yep.
Okay, so he knows the Wingbows will come eventually, so it's definitely not a bad decision. I think I would have liked to still see the Genjuro over it, but definitely okay with seeing Savage as well.
Interesting here, too. Tempest, he did spend that gold, and he actually has a right-click and a null stone here. So it seems like we got a theme going for this Legion team. You got Midas, you got Tempest, of course. Silhouette just kind of naturally gets one.
Behemoth could be next in line.
Yeah, he has a sustainer. Now, again, my first
Resto.
logic is Resto Stone, but with the way this is going, it actually may be a null stone as well. And which is, it's like, if they were facing like a Sand Wraith, then I would even be all more on board with that. But this isn't a global team, so I am a little taken back by the idea of everyone getting a null stone here.
Maybe they figure if no one can get their ultis off,
Yeah.
they just win.
No,
I mean,
there is that too. Yeah.
Tempest. Now Tempest getting this is a little bit different because now there is only Hellbringer that can stop them.
This is big, by the way. They caught Silhouette in the base. No, he is able to swap out. God, that's why Geo's Bane is just so good on this hero. The fact that she can dispel herself and then pour it out is huge.
Look how much was committed to that. And are they going to kill Mage Bane?
Oh. Carry. Nope.
Shockwave was used on Behe. Did bonk the ground there, but couldn't quite get in range. But I mean, Silhouette lived there. That's the big thing, is he lived and got a little bit more base damage done over there. About just almost a half HP left on it. So that is the big thing there. And
yeah,
he did right click a Wingbow on Mage Bane as well. We didn't even really notice that. So that Savage was even more worth it now. That's why I don't play carry. There it is.
There you go. Has it anyways. All right, well, 2,000 gold saved up now on Arachna as well. Right here is heading back before he gets jumped there. Something tells me Congor is just about up. He's got the Hellborn team all in that area. Almost like they're ready to go, or maybe just simply clearing out around the area, just getting prepared for it perhaps. But as soon as he does, we'll see if BMG does head over there. But yeah, again, this game is definitely kind of playing out as we almost expected, really. A very kind of split push, just a lot of avoiding things kind of game on either side. And it's proven to be close with that said, too. 42 minutes in, it's 1,000 gold, a 2,000 experience maybe. Difference right here. And at this late in the game, that might as well be 0-0, really. So Silhouette does go in right here, but again, she just swapped. Okay, I saw the animation for a second. I thought she might have swapped back in, but never mind. She gets away. Again, Arachna with that Nullfire Blade as a way to instantly kill the illusions, at least, to help them figure it out.
But even then, I mean, look at that base damage on top and bottom now, and it could be two vulnerable racks pretty soon.
Yeah, they're going to make their way down here, at least Silhouette is. Now the rest of them, though, they were kind of heading down there, but now they second guessing, maybe going to stick more around the middle area, just cleaning up the Legion jungle in the meantime. Sheep's take on a Parasite to go with that puzzle box, so nice tool there to have. Okay, we'll see what Arachna goes for now, sitting on 3,300 gold. Frost of Skull, Geometer's Bane, Nullfire Blade. There we go with Congor responding. And we see Magnus already here to kind of scout it out. Rhapsody checking it out as well, getting that Bound Eye, or... Oh, I thought I saw that was Dust, okay.
Yeah. Using the Dust.
Spotting.
They're trying to get vision around this.
Yeah. Does any team have a Bound Eye, by the way? No.
The Rev Ward is going to see this Ward of Sight. And if they don't get down there in 20 seconds, that Ward might stay, but... you can definitely see that Ward of Sight if they walk down there.
Yeah. See right here again, the bottom lane. I mean, look at this tower. Yeah, it's slowly dwindling away to those Silhouette illusions here.
Oh, they find... Yeah, he's not going to have damage to kill. No one's nearby, but Midas did find Mage Bane.
Just a lot more gold being saved up here. 4,200 on Mage Bane, 4,000 on Arachna. Both teams pretty content on getting their next tier items, apparently. As now we got BMG, they are going to go for that Congor. You see Mage Bane leading the way.
Complexity should want to fight this. They have Savage coming out on Silhouette right now. They should really want to commit to this.
team. You see Midas kind of jumping in first, just poking in there, gets the transmute off, but I mean, they kind of want to, but Arachna's kind of cutting them off, and actually, there goes the Congor kill, so now Complexity. They're going to be in retreat mode here. MageBane might want to play this
Maybe
extra
not.
aggressive. Cheap stick on a Magmus. Oh my gosh.
My screen is...
Yeah, that pause here. Apparently, Fusen had a little bit of a lag, and with the fight about to start, got a little worried there. Well,
Oh, this is...
there's the Shockwave. We're probably going to see Malphus coming out here. They do lose Magmus off the bat, but now MageBane and Arachna are chasing. Down goes Behemoth, Silhouette. Just the illusion right there. So never mind about Malphus. No chance to really catch. Ends up being a kill onto Behemoth.
Instant buyback from Mag.
Buyback on Mag. Okay, yeah, that's what I knew there was a death.
And there's the Wingbow on Arachna as well.
Does Behemoth have a buyback? He does. He wouldn't have an eruption, though. They know this. Or a shockwave, excuse me. And so that's probably enough of a reason for BMG to definitely want to push this in. That on top of the token of life. Yeah, no life steal on MageBane right here, so you know that life pool is staying fairly low because of that. So need to keep that in mind too.
So many illusions.
Midas keep clearing the best that he can. Arachna got tableted forward, eventually taking the sheepstick though. Does use the Hardened Carapace there, coming out of it. The illusions are doing plenty of damage. Arachna is able to eventually get the kill onto the tower, and I think, yep, they're going to retreat here, so BMG will fall back. Arachna, though, is caught off to the side. Again, the Hardened Carapace, the Lava Surge going to miss there. The Silhouette, that is a real one right there, and down goes Arachna, actually. Mana Rift onto the side, takes out Rhapsody, and now MageBane sitting on top of Silhouette, but is going to blink away, actually. Too much to handle right there. Magmus still stuns back in. MageBane thinking about coming back into this. Wow. Magmus just melted. The lack of communication there. He went in. MageBane was out. Hellbringer does get caught, by the way, off to the side. And their chase, they're going to catch her and take her out. Hat trick for Fuzzy Sloth. They kind of happened one after the other, but eventually is successful. And now Complexity, they're making the counterplay. There are no buybacks other than Parasite, actually. Okay, no, Hellbringer did. Okay.
They all have one buyback now. But they're still down 2 heroes right now. This is going to be a base tower. Could be Rax as well.
Very possible. Rax already at half-life, really, so Legion team, it's just a matter of how much they really want to commit to this. Sheepstick on a MageBane. Sheepstick on a MageBane successfully gets the kill. MageBane has plenty of gold for a buyback, but even if he does, I mean, this is a dead Rax, so he's just going to give it up. But yeah, they're gonna want to force that buyback, so they're going to keep this going, I'm sure.
Yeah, they should be going top right now. They should know that tower is way below half, but choosing to go mid.
Yeah, kind of living in the moment right here. A little bit of pressure, perhaps. Beam, it does jump in, catches Parasite. No buyback yet on MageBane, by the way. Malphus is ready. Arachna is now up, as she is able to resurrect at least. And there's the buyback on a MageBane. They do catch Hellbringer, though. No Malphus is going to be had. He is staying dead this time. In the back, another shockwave from Oscar right there. He bought the rest, still unable to use it a second time. The Spider Sting chasing Silhouette, but she should be fine here. They got 2 melee racks. That's what's important for Complexity. And now they're going to fall back. Midas might be caught here. Let's get Portal Key Juke. Ooh, a second away.
Close effort.
Thumbs up short. But no buybacks now on MageBane. They're down 2 sets of melee racks. They're going to have to make some pretty desperate moves here now.
Yeah, being down 2 racks is pretty brutal.
5,500 gold on MageBane here. So he's got to buy something, obviously, you know, being out of buybacks especially. So might as well spend that gold in that case. Let's see what he right-clicks here. Whoa, he runs into Behemoth. Just farming the jungle, actually. And he's going to chase this. He does have a Mana Rift, even if he can find him. Nope. He's not going to. So never mind there. But, yeah, looking forward to seeing what MageBane does get with all that gold that he has saved up here.
Got to be a Frost Wolf, I would assume.
Okay.
Maybe a Symbol.
I think Lifesteal, yeah. I think the Symbol, I was going to say.
Yeah, but the problem is, yeah, it's okay, but I feel like he's getting locked down a little bit too much in these fights. Yeah, I mean, once his Shrunken's down, he's so vulnerable to so many things. So
Yeah.
I don't know if he can get the autos off, then yeah, it'll be great. But I just feel like he's going to get kited too hard.
So enough to keep from pushing to the top lane here, as you see, but yeah, Magebane figures similar rage is the correct call, wants that life steal, so it's that definite trade-off, obviously. Sure, can be kited now a little more effectively, but ideally we'll be able to kind of reset a little better in these fights if it's necessary here. But you see the Resto Stone eventually coming out of Midas. That's fun to see, considering we figured that might have been the case initially. It does eventually get one anyways, and has 3,000 gold saved up on top of that. So Fuzzy Sloth doing some work right here. Magebane kind of has this pattern going of going into the Leech Jungle, farming it, and then farming his own. He's going to be caught, though. And he is staying dead if he dies here, by the way. And that's the case. So, obviously, no buybacks.
That could quite possibly be game.
That
I
should
don't know
be.
if they're going to be able to defend. Yeah, they're running straight for the racks.
Yeah, not that the chances were that great anyways for BMG at this point, but, you know, losing their Magebane like that, I would have at least liked to see maybe a big fight to finish it, but that pickoff on a Magebane right there very likely is going to do it here. He got found by the Sheepstick of Midas, and at that point with the backup being nearby, you just knew it wasn't going to be enough. You do see they jump on a Silhouette, but Behemoth counters onto Arachna. She's the big threat right now still. God, that Hardened Carapace is so good. She mitigated a lot of damage right there, but it doesn't matter. Parasite goes down, Magna stuns in, Arachna's going to give it a shot right here. Is able to take out Silhouette, actually, but she buys back immediately, and she does have post haste. That should do it. GG, well played. It looks like game two. Gonna go to Complexity, and they will complete the series here over Bad Monkey Gaming of 2-0. So, nice game we had here of the hard carries of Magebane versus the Silhouette. Figured it would be a little bit longer of a one, the split pushing coming into play and everything, but in the end, Complexity, they just won the fights they needed to and came through. So, your final thoughts on the game here, Groste?
Oh, just a really quality game. I think, like you said, it was the battle of the hard carries, and Silhouette just came out a little bit ahead of the other one, but it was still a good team effort there by Complexity. Big plays by Fuzzy Sloth and Oscar, doing their part to, give Formless that free farm. So.
Now, we do have our final series that we're planning to cast here. In fact, I'm checking on it. Okay, it looks like that they haven't even started just yet either. So, okay, good. I was a little worried that they would have already been starting their game one. But so now the series that we're planning to finish with here is Evil Corporation versus 2-0. So that series right there, it's going to be coming up next. So we are going to go on a short break right here, but looks like that they're setting up just about ready to go.